Today I'm incredibly excited because today's video is going to be sponsored. It is sponsored by Massdrop.com. If you guys have not heard about Massdrop.com, they're a website that sell high-end electronics and other goods at a discounted price. They were really grateful and were able to hook me up with this pair of headphones that I'm wearing right now. They are the AKG M220 Pro headphones. Right now on the screen, I'll bring them up there. As you can see, almost a 5-star rated headphone, 4,000 pairs sold. And for me, the best part about them is if you use the discount code below, you can get these for $34.99 right now. I know for me with headphones, I always have had an issue with headphones feeling claustrophobic and kind of tight to the head. With these, they have the open back, they have the adjustable headband, and they're incredibly lightweight. So I think they're a great pair of headphones if you're in the market for something that is affordable and you're trying to up your sound quality. They're not just your everyday headphones that you might get. Instead, you're getting a nice, high quality pair of headphones for a great price. So today, if that's something that you're interested in, the link is below. Shout out to Massdrop so much. Obviously, if these aren't the headphones for you, there's tons of other pairs that you can find on that website at awesome prices. But for now, we're going to jump into the video. Again, thank you so much, Massdrop, and we'll see you guys in the video. Cheers. What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today, I wanted to come out with a video breaking down Alarak and kind of going deeper into Alarak as a hero and then showing you some gameplay. Very reminiscent of what the videos used to be like, with a little more editing and kind of attention to the basics of the character. I know with Alarak, he's one of the characters that a lot of people love. He's an amazing character, and I mean, look at this skin. Like, what is there not to like about him, right? His issue, though, however, is the mechanical skill that you need to play. So before we jump into kind of going over his basic combos, I wanted to start by just showing off his abilities and talking about them a bit. His first is Discord Strike. He's, after 0.5 delay, he casts a kind of blade slash animation towards the enemy. I'll cast it right now. One thing to note about Discord Strike is it does not have to be paired with telekinesis. I see a lot of Alarak players forcing the telekinesis every time they Discord Strike. If somebody's in melee range because of the side blades, as long as you cast your Q towards them, you most of the time will land your Q. So I think a lot of the times I see that out of Alarak players, and it is a bad habit to get into, always pairing telekinesis with Discord Strike. You can use it in melee range, but you can also use it in combination with telekinesis. So telekinesis pushes targets. If you hold your W down, you'll see that there's an animation. In whatever direction you push, will push the target. So if we want to push it away, we can push it away. If we want to pull it towards us, we can pull it towards us. And if we want to push ourselves, we can do that as well. We cannot push allied heroes. And one thing to remember when using telekinesis, especially if you're using it for an escape, is that you can honestly just hold your left alt key and then press W, and you automatically will push yourself in the direction that you're facing. So if I'm facing down, go down. If I'm facing up, I'll go up. So this is a good way, again, to escape. And a lot of the times you'll notice when I play Alarak, I do not telekinesis unless I know that I'm safe to do it and I won't get engaged on, or I'm going to get a kill. It's important because you want to save that sadism. And once telekinesis is down, a lot of your save, kind of poke ability is gone, and that's the window for the enemy a lot of the time to punish Alarak. So be careful when you use this, as it is your escape as this character. The last ability that we're going to talk about for Alarak is his Lightning Surge. This is his bread and butter, and this is, in my opinion, what makes the character so strong and powerful. Lightning Surge will cast towards the target you cast it on, but its damage is dealt 100% in between the target and you. So you can see these dummies here as well as this dummy. If I cast it here, I get big damage on these two, 408 with 272 on the last dummy. So you really want to kind of position yourself between you and the hero. A lot of the time, maybe use the creep. I'll show you right now here. Before I spawn the Arthas, I wanted to kind of talk about how you can use your E here with the towers in the wall. So a lot of the time you'll gain stacks from, casting your E on the wall with a hero in between you and the wall. This is to kind of get that proc. One thing to remember is that your E, when you cast it on the gate, is always going to go to the center of the gate. So if the hero is right here and you cast your E, it's going to go to the center, right? If you're standing here, center. So imagine like an imaginary line, right? Regardless of where you are, that it's going to go to the center of the gate. The other thing is with the towers, right? A bit more easy, obvious. It will go to the towers. There are some snap issues. Sometimes when I cast my E, I'll go to cast it on this tower, but it'll snap to the wall. That's just something that's a little fidgety, but the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. But you just remember that you really want to angle yourself a lot of the time to make sure that the proc goes off for your E. It's very important, and you'll see why now when we go over the talent build. Okay, so looking at Alarak's talent build, level 1, my favorite talent to take is Extended Lightning. This will reduce your sadism, but it has two very, very important things that we're looking at. The first is that it increases our range of our E. This makes it even safer to E towers and heroes like I was just showing you. And it allows you to hit more people in your E. Since a lot of your damage comes from the lightning strike, it's important that we get that effect, that middle damage effect, on as many targets as possible. This helps for that. Not only that, but it also adds a 40% slow for 2 seconds. This just makes landing combos easier. The telekinesis Q combo becomes much easier after landing a lightning strike proc, right? You get that reward at 15, and at 5 you get the extra range. So in the beginning of the game, you're just really trying to force quest as quickly as possible so you can get these effects, and every so often you will hit all 3 and you'll get the sadism back and get the instant reward. It's not as important as people think. Your lightning strike damage doesn't really scale that well with sadism, so that 10% sadism isn't that important if you get to the late game stage. The only thing that I'm talking about here is going to come from negatively charged, increasing the lightning surge damage bonus to enemies between Alarak and his victim to 150%, and permanently increased by 5% per hero hit. So in the early stages and going into the late game, especially at 16, you'll see this stack and stack and stack, and if you can get it up to 100 plus bonus damage, you're doing 250 bonus damage. I mean, upwards to, I've had my lightning strikes do 1,000 plus damage, and you get to cast 2 of them. So it's crazy damage, and this is an important factor to this character, and one that you really need to make sure that you land and connect and scale. Your early game is going to be all about charging this up. You really don't want to force that many fights, although you can because you're a very aggressive hero. It is important that you are actively looking to quest this in the early game, so that when you reach that late game scaling point in the game at 16, you really start to become an explosive threat. So looking at Alarak's level 7 talent choice, honestly for me, this is all flavor. There's really not a right or wrong, as each of them do very effective things. The obvious answer, and what I usually use, is applied force. It reduces your sadism, but it increases your threat range of your WQ combo, and it also increases your ability to escape by adding an increased push to your kind of self telekinesis, right? I like it more for the second part of that, the ability to escape a little bit further. But the threat range is incredibly nice, and for most range heroes, this ability allows you to combo from their auto attack range. A hero like Cassia, Zul'jin, right? By the time they can attack you, you are going to be in range to pull them in and combo them with Discord Strike. That's why you normally see this. However, hindered movement, a slow, while not as important because of our level 1 talent, it still does kind of make your combo a bit easier to land. And Dissonance, I think, is actually really powerful against certain tanks like Varian and Anubarak, who are looking to use cooldowns defensively when they're threatened, right? Silencing them for a longer duration when they're they're going to be in melee range is sometimes enough to get the kill for your team. So if I had to scale them and tier them, I would say Applied Force is the best, Dissonance being the second best, and Hindered Motion being the third. So for now, I'm going to use Applied Force. So looking at our level 10s, two choices here. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Counter-Strike is one of the most insane skills in this game. It allows for crazy counterplay. It allows for explosive combo damage. If you use it correctly, I mean, it can win a game outright by itself. And there's not a lot of ultimates or heroics in the game that can do that. Counter-Strike, however, can. Looking at Deadly Charge, I mean, for me, again, you're putting yourself out there to die as Alarak, which is not what you want to do. You want to save that sadism. You want to build up that sadism so that you scale into the late game. And Deadly Charge is kind of counter active to that. You're essentially saying that you're going to throw yourself at them. You're not going to have really many ways to get out, and you're hopefully going to kill them on the Deadly Charge. I don't mind it so much at level 20 if you're really feeling it. But for me, I think Counter-Strike is a must at level 10 just because of its ability to negate all of this damage and then reproduce a ton of damage back at the enemy. So now looking at the 13s, there are two choices here in my opinion. One is for the skilled Alarak player and one is for the beginning Alarak player or myself in most cases because of the buyback potential of Alarak. So I say buyback potential. Pure malice is you increase your sadism by 10% every time an ally dies, up to 40%. This is almost guaranteed sadism in most games, as your team will typically be trading, 1 for 1s, 1 for 3s, whatever the case. Someone on your team typically dies in a team fight, and you're going to pick up sadism from that. It's guaranteed most games. It also allows you to come back, as if your team is behind, maybe they're dying a lot, you'll get sadism from all of that, and then you'll hit a point where 16 comes around, you have a lot of sadism, and then you can force the one shots. For me, I normally take pure malice unless I'm really flexing, in which case I'll take Right of Rakshir. Right of Rakshir is you mark your enemy hero. It's a 300-second cooldown, mind you, but every time you land a Discord Strike, your Q on them, you get 3 sadism. And every time you kill them, you get 5 sadism and reduce the cooldown of Right by 10 seconds. Again, if I feel like I'm flexing, I typically will take this talent and I'll show you really quick how we use it. So if the enemy is very low and I know that maybe my Discord Strike or something is going to be able to kill them, I'll mark them. You'll see the mark above their head. And then I'll go for the combo. That way, I get the Q, I get the 3%, and then I get the 5%, so I'll get up to 8% sadism, plus the sadism that I get for taking down the hero. So just a lot of sadism coming in at one point in time. This also allows you to go over your cap of sadism, which I think is like 140 or something like that. So this will over cap that. You can go up to like 200 sadism even if you're comboing and getting enough kills. I find that this talent is a bit of a win more talent, so that's why I say if you're flexing, if you feel like the other team is really behind and you just want to close out the game, this is a good talent to do that. And now the bread and butter of Alarak, his level 16 Lightning Barrage. When you strike a hero with the center of your E, you get a reset on your E. So what you'll see here is if I E these guys, then I get a free cast of E. So what you want to be doing there is, you want to hit 1, hit 2. This guy right here is going to be taking all of that damage, right? And as you can see, I'm scaling. So every time I cast this, 507, 2825, this number just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So by the time I'm around 30, 40 stacks, right? And I built some sadism. A typical game is around here, like 39 stacks, I'd say is a typical game for Alarak. So if, I've gotten up to 120 sadism and I have this, then my E is going to be hitting for, almost 1,000 damage at that point. So an insanely strong power spike. The other thing to remember is E is going to heal you. So you can get massive heals if the other team's funneling in to kill you. You hit your counter strike, bam, lots of damage comes out. Then you double lightning strike to hit multiple people on both casts. You can literally full heal yourself. It's such a powerful talent, and honestly, my favorite reason to play Alarak is the 16 talent. I'll be like, hey, get the 16, and then we can come back. That's how explosive this talent is. So really, really good. I'll show you more in the gameplay how to use that, but for now, that is kind of what you want to be looking at. And now, last but not least, the level 20. There are so many good choices here. Again, if you feel like Deadly Charge, I would say as a beginner for Alarak, I would go Deadly Charge here if you just started playing him. Much easier to use. It's not as intense as the other two because the other twos have drawbacks. Deadly Charge, you use it, there's nothing going to negatively happen to you. You'll just be able to cast it. It is added to your passive, so your passive, your D will become Deadly Charge, in case you didn't know that. The next one is Last Laugh. This talent is so good, actually. It's good to keep you alive because if you blink away, and most heroes in this game cannot chase after you, the blink is so far that, you know, if you're really doing well on sadism, for me, I think Last Laugh is really powerful. So let's say you're up to the 140 sadism, your team's smoking the other team, and you just don't want to lose that sadism. For me, Last Laugh is really good because you can use it defensively. You can also use it aggressively. All you have to do is hit 3 heroes with basic abilities, and you have 4 seconds to do that. So let's say, you know, the best way for me to explain this, if you blink and you don't deal damage to 3 heroes with your abilities, then you go to 1 health. But the way that you really want to be using this is, let's say you see the heroes lined up like this. If you blink here, right, you get 1, 2, and then you get 3. So as long as your E resets on one like, it could even be, you know, as simple as, let's say, you know, you see 2 guys here and you want to kill, this is an Ana and this is a Vala, or vice versa, right? You can blink here. That's all it takes. And now you aren't going to go down to 1 health, and you've gotten a really good opportunity to get a gank. So a lot of the times what this gank will look like, let's say you see someone out of position, right, and you'll go for the combo there, and if you land that combo, then your team can follow up, this person's slowed, yada yada, right? So really powerful, explosive engages. And if you're so far ahead already and your E is already doing an insane amount of damage, this can just outright win the game. The second that we'll do really quick, if I reset my talents, and it's just so I can show you, is Hasty Bargain. So Hasty Bargain, every time you use it, it reduces your sadism by 4%, but you get a instant cast or a rewind on all of your abilities. So the way that I typically do this is I'll go like this, combo, and then I'll rewind and go for a second combo. So what this talent is usually taken for is when we're so far behind that, you know, maybe our team really needs a one shot where their team is about to win the game. In this case, I'll take Hasty Bargain because I'm looking to essentially, the next fight wins the game, right? If the next fight is winning the game, then Hasty Bargain a lot of the times is going to be effective because you will get that pick. Like Murdens, for example, they step up, you hit this first combo on them, they're going to start running away, you get a second combo on them, right? And then by that time, hopefully, they're dead. It's really just a choice, and this, I will say, is the most difficult of all 3 level 20 choices. It does take a bit of finesse, you know, getting out the buttons fast, right? If you want, especially if you want to get the lightning barrages out, you know, like it, there's a lot more buttons to be pressed, but it can be incredibly effective even if you just, let's say, go for the first E into the combo, do a second combo, and then you have your second E cast. So a little bit more simple. You're not doing as much there. Just know that every time you cast this, you are going to lose sadism. So that is important to remember when kind of casting the ability, right? You don't just do this just to do this. You should be using this to really force something, maybe force a divine shield, look for a monk palm, right? Try to get the avatar out of the Murden. You got those kind of windows so that in 20 seconds you can reuse it again, but those cooldowns will be down, and you'll be able to find that pick that wins you the game. So really explosive heroic, but again, make sure that you're using it smart. You know, don't just force it. Don't just use it off cooldown because the sadism goes down, and you will start to feel it after a few failed attempts. But lastly, we're gonna go over just a few combos on Alarak. This is again just for his pull plus Q combo. The first one that we're gonna go over is the simple pull into Q. Really just from any range, as long as your mouse is somewhat behind them, I typically like to pull super hard towards myself. A lot of players will pull just enough. It's really just a comfort thing, but the key is that when you pull them, you just Q immediately after. And in most cases, your Q should be cast in the same way that you just pulled, in the same direction that you just pulled from. So again, you'll see here, it's honestly not that difficult. The most difficult part about using it is just lining up that W on the target. But after you've lined it up, I mean, you can see here, it's really not too difficult as long as you don't move your mouse after the W is released. Pull to where you want the W to be cast, and then just hit your Q. And trust that your W hits. As long as your W hits, your Q should hit. So that's the first combo. The second combo that I love to show is like the switcheroni. I don't know what you want to call it. Essentially what you do here on this though is when you pull them, if at the same time they're sliding towards you, you start walking towards them, you'll switch positions with them. Okay, so they're now behind you, and I call it the switcheroni because this will allow you to body block targets when they're running away. Let's say there was a Diablo who was running this way, right, and he's trying to get to his base. If I pulled him through me and I was on the opposite side of him, I now have a body block, right? In most cases, you don't have to immediately Discord strike after. You can if you're flexing, you can, but you really don't have to, because again, you just saw there I failed, right? It's a bit more technical, and in most cases, I will say there are certain heroes where you would want to do it. Let's say a Diablo, going back to him, right? He might Q you the second you get behind him to escape further, right? So in that case, you probably want to try to do it. But in the case of like an Arthas or a Stitches, something like that, if you get in front of them, they're kind of, or if the Diablo's already queued, in most cases it has. A Nubarax, like another good one. A Nubarax is dig in. If you can swap them and then body block them, there's not really a way for them to get around you at that point, right? So just be aware of what the other person has available, and if you have to go for the swap combo, right? But in most cases, just swapping positions and then trying to body block them out is really effective. Obviously you can auto attack them or whatever during that window. The last one that I really want to talk about, the use of telekinesis, is just in the early stages of the game, because stacking is so important. Pushing people into your E is really good at times, especially on the minion wall. Like, a lot of players maybe in the lower ranks might not be so actively looking to dodge your stacks, but I know in the higher ranks people tend to try to be cute and like they'll stand over here, and I'm like, dude, just I want to stack, right? In some cases you can push people into your stack. You can do this in the late game too. I mean, you don't have to Discord strike. Lightning Surge is a ton of damage, so like if I were to push this guy, let's say he was the enemy's tank, into his team, and then I can go for a double lightning strike on him, that's going to put a ton of pressure on the enemy tank, and allow my team to maybe threaten that front line for some sort of cooldowns or whatnot. So those are the 3 ways I think to use telekinesis aggressively. Practice that, go into try mode, practice. The more you practice it, the more effective you be on Alarak. And then the last final kaboom, this is the one shot. You go for a double E, you pull them in, combo, and then counter strike. If all of those abilities hit one target, you'll get the grand finale, the one shot, and it's probably one of my favorite feelings currently in Heroes of the Storm. So if you guys watch this video, land the combo, let me know in the comments below how you felt, because honestly, I don't think there's any better feeling than Alarak going and just, I don't even know what he says. He just channels some dark energy. Let's hear it. He doesn't say anything. He just channels dark energy, and then if it procs, the clap. So let me know if you guys land that and how you felt when you landed it. But now we're going to jump into a gameplay. I might jump around the gameplay. I might show the whole gameplay, and just kind of show you some things that you want to be doing on Alarak when the game starts from the beginning, and how that'll progress to the late game. But we're jumping into that now, so I'll see you guys there. So the game started up. Extended Lightning. Ready to go. Well, Sky is a very good map for Alarak, actually, because you can kind of quest really easily on the objectives, right? There's a lot of good angles. However, their team is pretty good versus me. The Medivh can shield my combo, so again, the Discord Strike is not so effective here, and you guys will hopefully be able to see a lot of the strength in the Lightning Surge. The other thing to remember too is I can pull people off of portals, which is a very good, you know, countermeasure. Having the Medivh though is kind of tough because it's not something that you can cast Eon very easily. See if I can get the quest here. Close. Okay, so protect's down actually. Doing decent here on. This guy's going full in here. If he gets a throw, I can combo off of it. Alright, perfect. So this is like an insanely good start. Again, there's the E on the wall, right? We're going to go off the middle. I can usually use the back minions to get some E stacks here too. Like, I don't really care if I trade damage. Again, maybe get a double stack there even. There you go, there's a double stack. See, your Lightning Surge actually goes through a little bit. So if you saw there, the Mal'Ganis was kind of a little bit to the left of that minion I shocked. In that case, you still get the quest. It happens a lot on the gate too. If people are kind of standing behind the gate, trying to, I want that globe so bad. There you go. If people are standing behind the gate trying to kind of dodge you from stacking, you can get easy stacks there as well. But you can see I'm kind of just hyper focused on getting my E stacked up. Use that sidewall. Maybe look for another gank here. It's kind of difficult with the Medivh. Oh, goodbye, Zul'jin. I might die here. Oh, that Medivh saved me. Blessings. Oh, nice. I wish I was level 4. So these E's aren't as effective as once we hit 4, because now that we're 4, I mean, I have the extra range because I'm already 12 stacks in. But, you know, imagine had I had the 4 this whole time, then I would have been 12 stacks of my level 4. It's like a good amount, almost 50% or something like that, right? I don't know. I can't math right now. But yeah, again, I kind of want to continue to stack. You can use this guy as our fodder. He seems to be giving up good juicy quest. I'm not even gonna bother him. I'm just gonna let him do his thing, push a wave. And if he's just gonna keep giving me he's gonna keep giving me quests, we'll take him. See, this Lunar is a bit smarter about it. I don't actually think I should tap here. Ooh. Probably like one more globe, one more E. Lunar might step for the globe. Okay, yeah. So another thing you can do is like threaten, like you can use globes. A lot of times people just autopilot pick up globes. You can use those to get quest. So I'm gonna go help my team mid. I'd rather be mid anyways than trying to stack against a Lunar who's just madly auto attacking me. Oh, I missed the W. Watch a chain bomb. Could have been the quest there. Someone's gonna step out. Oh, that really could have been the quest there too. Alex draws it. Barely missed her. But I mean, these are stacks of my, what's it called? So not too bad. Put some damage in on Alex. And nerfs are healing, right? Look for it there when they're all stacked up to heal. Can you? Oof. Dragon. I don't think this dragon pushes us off. Oh. Maybe it does. It's getting a bit sketchy. I'll try to push him off. Oof. So dragon's down. That's pretty good. It's funny with the Zul'jin too, where really our team is scaling fairly well. Big combo, a lot of damage. That's the protection down. I think they're just gonna win this turret. It's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world, especially with the changes to scaling and whatnot. Might be able to get it here. Get a double stack. We can just stack off the robot. It's like they're gonna let me, and I'll just save that E to escape, right? Careful, Zul'jin. Zul'jin dies here for sure. In case anyone watching this video does not know, you cannot just tank the Volskaya Protector. Turns out it does. Oh man, that could have been the quest too. Yeah, see? There you go. He doesn't have Protect. I might be able to kill him here. That's really good. Is he already quested though? Dang, this guy's questing really hard. They don't have that Medivh to protect and save someone. Might be able to get some kills here. Yeah. We'll just look for the mount. We're gonna look for slow on that KT on the wall. Oh, my Discord strike got knocked, dude. No. Ha. Definitely kill him there. If I had Counter Strike, I would have comboed snap Counter Strike. Oh, the guillotine. Good try. I would have Counter Striked right at the end, and that knock up would have. Maybe. This guy can use his ley line. Oh, that's so frustrating. Especially when you know it's coming. Oh, I missed a combo. That Alex is really out of position. He just got Dragon there for free. Oh, the Dragon's real weak. See, that just looks like quest completed there. Oh, it didn't show the Mal'Ganis in there. All these skirmishes are so good. Oh. Oh, especially when things like that happen. They're very, very good. I might be able to get the slow on the gate. Oh, tipper. Oh. You love to see that. Oh, you'll love to see that. Oh, you hate to see this. Yo, yo. You'll love to see that, though. I'd have to heal down there, but... Oh, man. Alright, we'll just full back. There's no reason it's... no reason to tap here. So we're at 31 now. We haven't even hit the power spike, so 16 is the mega power spike. We hit the 104 sadism any second now with their team. This Alex, they're stacking up like crazy. Any second one of these E's is gonna proc, and I'm gonna get the juicy. This guy's just going for the... Well, he's got Medivh here now, so he probably gets away. Yeah, he gets away. We'll just clear the wave. You can use your E on the wave too. It still does. It doesn't give you the extra hero damage, but it does do extra damage to the center. So this game, these fights have been very, very scrappy. So pure malice is where we want to be at. Yeah, buddy. We're questing out of our minds. So Lunar is top. She does have spell aura, or spell like the spell shield at 13. I don't need to W. I just need to get feet on. I do need someone up here. Alarak's pretty terrible versus this character, especially when she's got that armor. Oh, I came off. My bad. I don't really want to be the one anchored on here though. I want to be out there shocking people. Like this is free damage right here. Oh, there's a spell shield. There's a protect. If that spell shield wasn't there, man. Don't really want to use my W here. Definitely much better as a protective use. So again, I just want to keep getting these. Oh, that felt like the quest. Pretty good damage coming out from them. The dragon being used a little sketch, but we got the protector. Oh, they're trying very, very hard to... Let me get in there! Why, dude? Why? I was in! Let's combo off that. I was in there. Oh, garage, buddy. No. Okay, y'all won. Uh-oh. That's Kobe. Boom! Oh, zap that. All right, we take this. So the 120 now. That's unfortunate that the protector. Man, I was so close to getting into the driver's seat there too. All right, well, we got the big boy. The lightning barrage has been obtained. Now this is where the juicy Alarak damage comes into play. I'm talking juicy Lucy, cheesy wheezy. It just comes down to whether or not I can land my E or not. Again, I don't really want to be. Oh, I can maybe. I don't even want to combo that, really, like... Okay, this is fine. There's some big damage. Oh, try to pull him in so I can get the E slow. Oh, you probably got shot full heal, dude. It's alright, I got stacks from that. Suljin's nuts. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I'll just finish this up. Maybe get their turret. Cool. So we're at 53 now. We still haven't really gotten to, like, you know, I think this next fight will be, I'll probably get up to maybe 70. And then I think this game is a rewind D game. I'm doing really well on sadism. If I can save my sadism too. This is one of those games where, you know, being able to double combo the Mal'Ganis is just outright, like, oppressive for him. He's like basing his survivability off being able to spam his buttons as hard as he possibly can. So if I can silence that, oh. Okay, so there's this top bot will push in, so you can just go defend bot, try to get some quests down here. It's currently 7, 9, and 0, so doing pretty good. This is probably one of the worst ones for Alarak. I just don't have a lot of vision down here on this bot objective. Nice. So much damage. Oh, that was pretty fail. This is gonna hurt. Oh, my W wasn't up yet. I could put turret down here. Easy. Didn't get as many stacks that fight as I would have liked to have, but I mean, we won the fight so quickly. We've kind of gotten to the point of the game where we want to be at, where we're doing like big damage. This might even, I don't know if this is GG. I don't think this, actually, we should just push this ball wall. We should just push this wall. I don't think this is GG, but definitely going to get keep here with the protector. I would not like to be in it, but I guess I can get into it. Somebody else get in with me, please. Okay. Yeah, man, like... I can just combo one-shot these guys. Like, I don't want to be here. Oh. Oh, I missed the silence. This Lunar being here is a little sketchy. Maybe they portal onto me. This could get bad. Ho ho! Or could it be bad for them? Woo! Zap. Oh, come on. Zap. I got double combo here. That was pretty fail fish, but we take this. We take those. Honestly, just needed to get the pull into our Grosh, and then he'd take care of the rest of it. Now the team is threatened. Rewind. Go for that combo. I get this. Maybe get the slow here. Oh, they got the heal going now. Ooh, Lifebinder too. We're just coring. Get it slow. Oh, there's a massive maw. Oh, GG. So we ended 74, 370 bonus damage. We got 2 sadism stacks, 124 sadism. Top damage, top XP contribution, MVP 10-13-0. That's the Alarak game we were looking for right there, boys. And girls. So we'll look at the stat screen here. We've won the board game too, by the way. Easy rewards. Thank you, Blizzard, for reminding me. I have the rainbow poop emote now. We'll do a little smirk. I felt like a smirk type of game. So that was Master. As you can see. Let's go to the build one more time. Full E. Applied Force, Counter-Strike. I went Hasty Bargain. I had enough stacks and their team struggled enough with it that if I were to hit double combos on like the Mal'Ganis or even the Medivh, right? So we have the shield window, but if I can repressure another combo on top of another, like he won't have a second shield, right? So that's why I went the hasty bargain there. I didn't need to dive them, right? If I needed to get to like an Ana or a hammer, then the last laugh would have been a little better. Or if I needed to escape from them diving me, if they have, you know, Genjis or a Nubrak, you know, things are coming into me and I feel like I'm threatened. With this team though, I want a posture, right? We have the Scarlet Aegis and whatnot. So, and then looking at the stats again, a really good game, honestly. A lot of questing done. Top hero damage, top soak even. I didn't realize I had the top XP contribution, which is interesting, but that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned something about Alarak. Hopefully this helped you. If it did, please make sure to throw a like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. I'm going to now, if this video gets enough kind of hype, I'm going to start trying to make these videos more often. I realize that a lot of people enjoyed these and learned a lot from these, and if there are people out there that are still learning and still watching, then there's no reason for me not to make these videos. I tried on this one a little bit harder too. So again, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to like. You can always follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Those will be in my description below, as well as at heroeshurt.com channel slash McIntyre. That'll be in the description. All of my content will be there. There'll be a link below for that as well, builds, guides, whatnot. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Again, thank you all so much for the support with the whole HEC thing happening. It's been pretty rough. But if there's players, I will continue to make these videos if you guys enjoy them. So again, thank you all so much. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. That's going to be it for me. I guess I'll see you next video. Actually, before I go, in the comments below, if you guys enjoyed, you liked, put in the comments as well what hero you want to see next. I think that's a good leeway too. If there's a hero that you want to see that I haven't talked about or people don't know much about, let me know in the comments below. We'll see if we can make that happen for the next video. Again, thank you guys so much, and until the next time, I'll see you then. Cheers.